Hey guys, I wanted to give you 3 reasons why we're not in a housing bubble. I know house prices have gone through the roof. If you're a renter, you're probably seeing some rent increases. But I've got 3 rock solid reasons why we're not in a housing bubble. So one, let's first go back to 2008. That was a supply driven bubble, right? There was tons of supply. I remember going through neighborhoods and the whole neighborhood was empty. That's completely non-existent. I don't care what market you're in. I also remember it was like super easy to get a mortgage. If you believe it's super easy to get a mortgage, you haven't applied for a mortgage lately. And those were some of the big reasons that we had a crash last time, right? So this time, let's go over the 3 reasons. So one, we have incredibly low interest rates, right? That's like record low level interest rate. You can lock in a 30-year fix for just some around the same level as inflation. So that has driven the demand, which is the second thing I want to talk about, for housing. And that has led to these low interest rates has caused a demand. Everybody's moving too. It seems like everybody from California and New York are moving. However, I know people, real estate investors in California and New York, and they're doing great as well. So the demand, if there was a lack of demand anywhere, that you would see it, but you don't. You see a lot of people. We've had record apartment buildings being built the last couple of years, and all those people, you typically live in an apartment complex for just a couple years, right? And then what do? You move into a single family house, or you might buy a single family house downtown, or you might rent one. So that is the demand side of that, which is causing this record housing boom, right? And then we've got supply. Again, I touched on, in 2008, I remember going in these neighborhoods, a complete neighborhood, and it's just empty. It's just a ghost town. That's gone. There are no empty neighborhoods in this market, right? So there's no supply. We obviously don't have an oversupply. Even if interest rates increased a little bit and caused supply to increase, you're just not seeing it. There's record low inventories across the board. So I just think with all 3 of those factors that we're not going to see a big bust anytime. The other thing to think about is in 2008, we clearly had a bust, but house prices did in some hot markets, they did go down a little bit, but that was the first time in history. I think people forget that was like the first time in history that real estate prices went down. In my market, I don't live in a major metropolitan market. I also don't live in a small rural area. So house prices didn't go down at all. Actually, they just kind of flatlined for a little bit, right? And let supply and demand kind of equal out. And then we were back on the road to recovery. Now, if you live in like a California or Florida, your prices typically go straight up and straight down. It's very volatile. But in most of the United States of America, it's not like that. It's kind of like a steady stream up throughout time. So there's a lot of factors in there. You can get into nominal and real interest rates. I'm not going to get into that and put you to sleep. But anyway, those are the 3 factors. I'd love to hear your input in the comments. So hit the like and subscribe button and let me know in the comments. I'll respond. Thanks.